145, the official weight for Danny Gay. 146, the official weight for Calvin Cater. What a man.
There's no holdup. We just haven't done it yet. There's no holdup. We're focused on this here on Fight Island. It's like I'm not thinking about anything else other than this right now. We have fights laid out till where's Mick? Did he leave? Yeah. Mick looks like he's been laying by the pool all day. He doesn't look back. We have fights laid out till October, so our schedule's already made. We're way ahead of this thing, and when it's time, we'll announce it.
All right, so tonight we're just doing some neighborhood watch training. Let's get it.
I wanted to start working with like before the after training candy type stuff. The industry is just like years long. Obviously, woo!
In this very specialized world, I've never been the best at doing a specific thing. But I'm very good at recruiting people who are and who could help me do the job. I don't hire them to tell them what to do. I hire them so they can tell me what I should do. That's what I did throughout my career. I recruited the best combat sport coaches, all the business people related to my field of work. I believe you should make your team of people you can trust and who have proof of qualification and competency to do their job. Even if you never slept, you will never live long enough to learn everything. And even if you put in time trying to learn everything, you won't have a valuable return on your investment. I learned through many mistakes in my life that hiring someone who's qualified but who you can't trust is just as bad as hiring a friend who you do trust but turns out to be unqualified or incompetent. So my friend, choose carefully.
Bellator veteran Jerome Shepherd was murdered this past weekend in England when he was stabbed to death at his 30th birthday party. Shepherd, known as the Nightmare, was celebrating his birthday by having a barbecue with friends and family at the Black Prince Estate in Kennington around 10 p.m. on Saturday when he was attacked. The Evening Standard reports that paramedics arrived on the scene but were not able to save the life of Shepherd, who was stabbed to death. Scotland Yard is currently investigating the incident, but no arrests have been made at this moment. The report says that another man, aged 26, arrived at the hospital the same night with stab wounds suffered at the same birthday party where Shepherd was murdered. The post-mortem on Shepherd is expected to be conducted at a later date.
Guys, that was not the fault of the judges. That was the fault of the system. 10-9 must is a very flawed way to judge a fight. It's really simple. I said this many times. If you watch the fight and there was no 10-9 must system, you would say, if you watch it without 10-9 must, you would say Max Holloway won that fight. I think that's how you would have said that. But he obviously did not. Okay? So, Volkanovski, Holloway. Okay, so full fight, you watch the full fight, which is how it's scored in one championship, and I think the most superior way to score a fight. If you watch the whole fight, you think, oh, I think Max Holloway won the fight, but he didn't, right? Okay, so if you look at all the metrics and everything, 1 and 2 are relatively clear for Holloway, 4 and 5 are relatively clear for Volkanovski. Okay, so then it comes down to, and really those rounds were very close. One, I think, was it one that Max had knocked out at the end of that won it for him, and he had knocked down 2 that won it for him also. But 3 was like, as for me, as close as it gets. I mean, I think I said like I have no idea who won that round or something like that. And then again, when I scored the fight, I said, well, I have a 3-2 Holloway, but I'm really not all that convinced on that one because, you know, it was so close. So, yeah, the 10-9 must system, guys, it's completely and utterly flawed. So for you guys, yeah, the real argument is who won round 3, Tim. I appreciate you saying that because that's very clear what it comes down to. Volkanovski won 4 and 5, Holloway won 1 and 2. Who won round 3? Well, it's super close. Round 1 was not 10-8. That's absurd. That is just totally absurd. But if we do a full fight scoring system, at the end of the fight, we can just say, I think this dude won, and then it's much easier. Yeah, that's all it is. It wasn't the judge's fault. I would have been miserable to judge that fight. Round 3 was as close as it got. Guys, we do not need a 10-9 must. We need a full fight scoring system.